The gates and doors were barred and all the windows were fastened down. I spent the night in sleeplessness and rose at every sound, half in hopeless sorrow and half in fear the day would find the soldiers breaking through to drag us all away. Just before the sunrise, I heard something at the wall. The gate began to rattle and a voice began to call. I hurried to the window and looked down into the street, expecting swords and torches and the sound of soldiers' feet. But there was no one there but Mary, so I went down to let her in. John stood there beside me as she told us where she'd been. She said they moved him in the night and none of us knows where. The stone's been rolled away, now his body isn't there. We both ran toward the garden and then John ran on ahead. We found the stone and the empty grave just the way that Mary said. But the winding sheet they'd wrapped him in was just an empty shell. How and where they'd have taken him was more than I could tell. Something strange had happened there, just what I did not know. John believed a miracle, but I just turned to go. Circumstance, speculation couldn't lift me very high, 'cause I'd seen them crucify him and I had watched Jesus die. Back inside the house again, the guilt and anguish came, and everything I'd promised him just added to my shame. When at last it came to choices, I denied I knew his name. But even if he was alive, it would never, ever be the same. For suddenly the air was filled with a strange and sweet perfume, and the light that burst from everywhere drove shadows from the room. Jesus stood before me with his arms held open wide. I fell down on my knees, I just clung to him and cried. As he raised me to my feet and I looked into his eyes, the love was shining out from him like sunlight from the skies. Guilt and my confusion disappeared in sweet release, and every fear I'd ever had just melted into peace. Jesus this morning is risen, amen? He's no longer dead, he is risen, praise his name. Yes, he's alive, he's alive, he's alive, and I'm forgiven. Heaven's gates are open wide. He's alive, he's alive, he's alive, and I'm forgiven. Heaven's gates are open wide. He's alive. Aren't you glad this morning? He's alive and I'm forgiven. Heaven's gates are open wide. He's alive. He's alive. He's alive and I'm forgiven. Heaven's gates are open wide. He's alive.